if you could explain to us,
Yeah.
is there a difference between black magic, dark entities, and
Yeah.
negative energies?
Yeah.
Or are they all the same? What's going on there? What's the difference or the similarity, so to speak?
Sure. Well, black magic, as everybody is more or less aware of, maybe a lot of people don't believe it. It's been like traditionally, it is thought to be referred to as the supernatural power or magic, which is used for wrong purposes or for someone's bad, or maybe someone's benefit, but someone's bad. So it's a dark energy. It's a black magic means. So in black magic, there are 3 to 4 types of black magics which are done. Some are where they use spirits. There are tribes and tribes of people where they hold their ancestors and they use these ancestors to, like run behind, like they set it off in people, and they like get whatever havoc, and they play havoc in terms of relationships, in terms of health and XYZ. The second, the most sinister, is something like they take some sort of like some sort of maybe a hair or some belonging of that person, and they tie it with something like a very dark energy thing, maybe like cat claw, a rabbit, so not rabbit, some sort of. There are so many things which are being used in the dark realm. So they tie it up with some dark thing and put it into a kind of Kabristan or maybe whatever cemetery.
Right.
And those are very dark. Those are very, very dark. So some are spells which can be done purely by not even they don't need anything from you. Some are spells. Some are they'll just sprinkle the ashes of certain people who have passed away into the home of those people, which is what I had faced. And even in my food, they had given me. So a lot of them are there. So currently, of course, it has become. They are also becoming high tech, maybe. They are sending it via normal media, phone. Like if you someone giving you a call, I'm not scaring anybody. Please be rest assured. It's not for scaring. It is only for awareness. Please, FEARS, again, bear in mind the
future empowerment
reason. Yeah, it is for future empowerment. Like I had been, even once someone attempted to chant some mantras in my ears so that I could get affected by some spell. So spells will come even by normal mobile calls. So all those kind of things are there. So black magic is purely someone is doing with the intention of hurting you.
Right.
So that is maybe, and believe me, when I'm saying this, 90 to 95% people are your own known people, generally, or some benefit they would be having, which they are using against you. It could be property, money, could be anything. So 90-95% known thing, it is because of that. Dark energies now in the dark energies, the beautiful aspect, or rather I would say the contrary aspect, or the flip side, is that in the dark energies, there are many spirits which randomly will come into your place. Maybe you're going to the market, you have a low energy, suddenly you feel you are an empath, you feel low energy around you, and that spirit comes to your home. So those are called random spirits, which generally maybe once in a time come. I will share a classic example here, where a person, one of my friend, his wife suddenly became very, she's a very docile person and a very calm, collected person. She suddenly started becoming very hyper and started hitting her 3-year-old child. So that was something when sent the alarm bells ringing for him.
Right.
When I went to, he sent me a photograph of his wife, and I could immediately see that there is a black magic, or rather not black magic, but a spirit which is inhabiting her. And when I told her that what happened, and suddenly I was guided to one particular place in his home, even on a phone call. So I said, can you just go to your hall and see something you have kept on that showcase there? He sent me a photograph of a rose. They had bought rose from a traffic signal.
And that was picked up from a cemetery, probably?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. And that spirit was attached to that roses, and it came there and it created havoc for them. So I cleared this for them, and I told them, please dispose it off immediately the moment I did the clearance. And I cleared that spirit from her, and she is perfectly fine. It's been 4 years now since I cleared that, and they are pretty happy. So these are the way it can come, and so
These are dark entities, right?
yeah, yes,
Entities. Okay.
entities, yes. So,
All
but
right.
nobody is
But
doing
their
that black
energy.
magic.
Right.
So
Right.
it's something. So black magic is intentional.
Right.
The dark energies may not be intentional, which is what I'm
Okay.
saying. Maybe if you go to a particular place in a particular place, like my wife had this uncanny habit of going somewhere, and when she comes back, she would come carry a pain in the leg or something like that. So when maybe she's gone to a place where they put these whatever nibu and all that kind of padawa and all that. So if you go to that place, if you do, so it's not that it will happen every time, but
Right.
if you are impaired, generally you will get affected because it is coming for your awareness. But again, we get fearful. So that is where the fears comes up very strongly. So, so that is one. Now, another very interesting thing in the dark energies is, I will name them now here. Please don't use these names very often, as they have this. I have already created sacred space, so I'm okay. So there are these elves, then there are pixies, fairies, goblins, leprechauns. Now, goblins and all are pretty noble things, but there are something like elves which are very mischievous. If you put something to detect a negative energy, elves will not send out any negative aspirations. So you will be puzzled what's happening, man. A lot of all the things are showing that there is a negative energy, but there's nothing as far as I'm seeing. So there's nothing in terms of maybe there will be a lot of disputes, a lot of fights. In fact, one healer who who is still friends with me, 2 years back they were on the verge of divorce. And the moment she told me, I said, "Why are you telling me this? I don't discuss personal issues with you, man." So I said, I don't know why I felt like discussing with you, and I just got some fleeting glance. I told her, please, can you send me a video of your home? I can see something, but I need to confirm this. And fleeting around was an elf who had been in their home for 1 year. And in fact, why I know elves, because 2 months even they had made me very lethargic and feeling like not doing work at all.
Right.
So you become lethargic, you don't feel like working, and you do all sort of things happen. So these are positive energies with wrong intentions. Probably they are mischievous.
Right.
And there are sinister ones also. Those are known as parasites.
Okay.
So elves I'll share with you. In fact, I was trying to release them, and I always burn a light, tea light or something before releasing them. And twice they extinguished my flame, so that I could not release them. So it was they're so mischievous. They didn't have any negative aspirations, but yes, those things came. Now there are the more sinister ones, which are known as parasite. These have come up in the last 3-4 years. And 2019, January 24th, I exactly remember that date. I was affected by that on the 24th of January. 19th, I had cleared some energies in some very bad factory. So I came back, and maybe it tagged along with me. And so 24th, I had some fever for 2 days. And after that, I I got 2 days. In fact, it took me to come out of it because it was pretty sinister, and it created a lot of fear inside me.
Right.
Definitely, we are human beings. So I became fearful for about 2-3 weeks. I did not really look at another negative cases or these such cases, and that's how the masters were actually taking my imtihan, boliye, whatever you call it, the examination.
Right.
So, and after that, in about 2-3 weeks, I got a case which was one of the most horrifying case, where some family had moved out at 2:30 in the night. And that case came to me. I took 2 to 3 more weeks because to get my fear to completely go. But then I realized that masters were preparing me so that I could do further better for these people. So So मेरे ऊपर बोलते हैं ना कि I became the guinea pig. So, so did all sort of things so that I could be prepared to help other people to release it. So as far as the dark energy is concerned, this is it. The negativity or the negative energies, which when generally we speak about, the negative energies is, I would say that we, as human beings, we are very powerful. And we have got something called dopamine and cortisol. The
Right.
dopamine is our cheering drug. The cortisol is the depressing drug, or rather the depressing hormone. So if you really think too much, you very easily will become a negative person. Now, how to identify negative persons means basically lack of confidence, then gloom, worry, anxiety, pessimism, complaint, then create shells for themselves, underachievers, energy suckers. If you're around a negative person, an empath will get really hyper, limited experience, no joy, no passion. So negative energies we create for ourselves.
Right.
Because if how we can clear negative energies, and even these so-called black magic and whatever, is by having unconditional love for yourself. If you have unconditional love for yourself, none of these will start affect you at all. Definitely, you need your family's support as well. But believe me, when you have come alone to the earth, you come with alone. And first of all, you need to love yourself. And once you love yourself, the negative energies, even if they are around you, they will not be able to trouble you or give you that kind of pain which you really, rather, which generally people will go
could
through.
have gone through.
Yeah.
Right. Interesting. To just not to take away from the depth of what this is, just to kind of sum it up, black magic is something that is done with intention to hurt. Dark entities, somehow there is nothing nobody's done. They somehow latch on to you for some whatever reasons, and negative energies or negativity is something that you end up building for yourself.